Hello, my name is Mike Baxter. Uh, I'll be your DM for the night, and this is episode 38 of Fallen Dragons. I'm here with four players tonight. I'll let them tell you who they are and what they do. I'll start to my right with LaFall.
Hello, I'm a fall. I'm a half dragon, uh, gold and silver mixed. Character's name is Nemani, and I'm a fighter champion.
And then over to Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Kenna Hanvey. She is a tiefling and she's a multi-classed fighter and bard.
And then we'll go directly below her to Korai.
Hi, I'm playing Korai. She is a drow cleric, sarcastic, grumpy usually, especially when people have to be put back together.
Uh, It's a lot of work. And then over to, we'll go left from there and we'll go to Jinx. Are you there? I
Oh,
don't think he's back yet. Our barbarian bard has disappeared on us. Um,
I still love that combination.
yeah, really. I want to see him rage, rage during a concert, especially if people aren't thrilled with what he's doing. He just goes into a rage. Yeah. So I did see an interesting multi-class combination last night. Was a bard ranger, which you've got the fighting skills of the ranger, and you've got spells from both of them. So could be pretty interesting if you set it up right. But um, we'll go on, and it's the morning of the next day in Heston after everybody met everybody and ended up drinking way too much. And you still didn't find the person you came here to find who was you were hoping was going to pay you for that, shall we say, interesting island vacation you just came back from. So it's about 6 a.m. and the sun is blasting through all of your windows. And on the upper floor of the Leaky Lifeboat Inn. So what do all of you do?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'd be doing too.
I'm not much enjoying the sun at this moment, so I'm just gonna pull the covers over my head and turn away from the window.
Yeah, like, listen, weird narrator voice, can just wait till both my eyes are open?
uh, and LaFall, you are especially cranky because the bed just didn't fit you very well last
No, I
night.
slept outside.
Oh, yeah, you slept outside. You gave,
Hmm.
as I recall, you gave Jenks the bed and you slept outside.
Yep.
So, so you're really awakened by sunrise because you get hit directly in the face by it.
Okay. Well, first thing in the morning, let's go take a dip.
So you're gonna find uh, the nearest like lake or pond or whatever. And
Ocean's right there.
well, yeah, that's true. You're just hoping that early in the morning the creatures that live in the ocean are still asleep, so you don't end up having a breakfast confrontation with a shark or something.
Right.
So, fact, I will. Okay. No, you're you go down to the seaside and you don't actually see any what looks like any creatures swimming around near you. So you are perfectly fine taking a morning swim.
Okay. Take take about a half an hour dip before trying to get my way back to the tavern to get some breakfast.
Eh, That's something with dragons I always wondered. They they can all swim, but I've always wondered what do they do with their wings while they're swimming?
We tuck them back in behind us.
Uh, uh, it seems logical. I was like, I just pictured a dragon trying to swim with his wings. It just didn't work. But um, so you take a half hour or so swim. Um, where you're able to get any dust or dirt or bugs off you from the night before. And you head back into the tavern part of the inn on the lower floor. Um, by the time the half hour is up, what are the other two of you doing? Have you actually made it out of bed yet?
I'm probably out of bed trying to find some breakfast.
Uh, what about Kenna?
I've definitely not made it out of bed yet.
So, as as you head downstairs, Corai, you see LaFall standing there waiting to get a table. He's talking to some tiny little gnome girl who happens to be the waitress this morning. None of you have seen your bard friend as of yet. You have no, other than him taking the room, you haven't, nobody's seen him since.
Well, I mean, he did drink stuff that he shouldn't have.
Well, yeah, that's true. And he is tiny as far as, yeah. He doesn't have a lot of body mass to absorb a lot of alcohol, so,
So that picture's probably not representative.
right. So, so Corai, do you walk up to LaFall or what do you do?
I'm going to assume that she's. It's a reasonable assumption that she's ordering breakfast or trying to get something to eat. So I'm going to walk over and try and interject and say hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning. Trying to get something to eat.
Yep. Just waiting for the waitress to come around.
To be a small land in a small ocean side town, it's fairly busy in here this morning. And the poor little gnome waitress is running around like crazy. Because all the sailors have to have food before they can jump on their boats and head out for the day. But she does direct the two of you to a table in the rear corner of the room and says, "Have a seat. I'll be back as soon as I can."
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So the two of you sit down at the table, hoping the waitress won't be too long. Um, she does put down menus in front of you so you have something to look at while you're waiting. And while you're waiting for food, for the waitress to come and take your order, we're gonna head upstairs and see uh, how Ken is getting along, trying to get up or not.
I'm very much trying to stay asleep at this point because I did drink rather a lot last night. I'm not feeling the best.
Well, give me a constitution roll to see just how bad you do this morning.
Oh, this will be good.
Constitution. No constitution right there. Okay. And 9.
You are, in fact, not doing very well. Uh, you want to be asleep, but at the same time, your stomach's not letting you relax enough to do that. So you have to make the choice of either try, actually trying to go back to sleep or going, if I lay here too much longer, I'm probably going to throw up. So, uh,
Well, chances are if I get up, I'll throw up. So.
so and at the same time, making it worse, you are beginning to smell food from the tavern downstairs.
Yes, but normally I'd be fine with. Not so much right now.
Right. So,
So I'll put the pillow over my head.
and try to go back to sleep.
Yeah. Just
Um, so, while she's trying really hard to do that, we'll head back down to the tavern. Um, by this time, you both have looked at the menus. It's basically seafood sort of stuff. Uh, your normal breakfast type food, bread. Um, you know, some sort of meat that might pass as bacon. I don't know. Because you haven't seen very many pigs around here, so who knows. Uh, they do have black tea, which is D&D's version of coffee. I think they call it black tea, but may be mistaken on that. Um, the one upside to being a seaside village is you get stuff imported from everywhere. So after a little bit, the gnome waitress comes over, says, hello, my name's Nell. You guys looked at the menu yet? Do you know what you want?
Yep.
Okay.
Take steak, eggs, um, potatoes, and some black tea.
Okay. I can do that. And what about your friend over here?
I don't suppose you have anything that hasn't seen the sunlight for at least 24 hours.
Well, actually,
Wait,
most
never
of
mind. I'm not sure I want to know.
most of the seafood that we was brought in yesterday, we haven't got today's catch as of yet because the boats haven't went out. But
Ugh. Figure there'd be some better food in a place like this. Do you have any fish? Can
yeah,
we do that?
Nell looks at you sort of sideways. It's like, We're what, 300 yards from the ocean? I think we have fish.
Listen, I once met a metal barbarian bard who couldn't play. That doesn't mean you have fish. Fine. I'll have the fish and I'll have some tea, please.
Okay, I can. Speaking of the little guy, where is he?
I'm here. Sorry about the wait. A lot going on. You know how it is.
So, as you mentioned, your barbarian bard friend, he actually walks up and sits down at the table.
So what, miss?
Oh, good. You're awake.
Yeah, I was taking a wee bit of a nap. I mean, we've been out for so long, and I had to get a drink. It's been a day. It's been a day.
It's the morning. Day hasn't even started yet. It was a night. Get it straight.
Well, you see, I'm nocturnal, so I'm usually sleeping through the day, love.
Yeah, me too.
So, the waitress tosses a menu at Jinx and
Can I roll to see if it hits me in the head?
go ahead. Yeah,
I got a 5.
it it's basically a paper menu, but yes, it hits you in the head. It actually hits you in the face as she walks.
Oh, hi. Where we go here? Oh, let's see. Yeah, that looks really expensive. Oh, I don't want to get that. That's more expensive than that. What's the cheapest thing you got on the menu, love?
Your food's included with your room.
Okay.
You can basically have anything on the menu.
What's the cheapest thing you got on the menu, love? I'm not fancy. I'm not one of those fancy guys who will ask for just green snackies and a bowl.
Uh, Yesterday's squid.
I'll have that. Well, it's just gonna sit there. It's gonna stink up. You gotta get rid of it, right?
Anything to drink with yesterday's squid?
Yeah, I'll have a glass of water. What can I say? I'm a cheap date.
She sort of half smiles, looks at him sideways, and walks away.
I don't have money. I'm not,
You said it was included with the room. You already paid for it.
yeah, but not with my money. That's with Nala's money. Well, I don't have any money to pay. Remember, I'm flat broke. As far as I'm concerned, you owe me.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be.
So, a few minutes later, she comes back with the glass of water and the 2 cups of black tea and says, "Your food will be out in a few minutes."
Thank you, love.
And heads over to see what a very large bearded orc at the next table over is yelling about.
So, do either of you know who wanted the exploration of the island and the issue resolved?
Um, give me a history roll to see if um, you can remember if Lucid ever mentioned who the guy was.
Well, that'd be on Jinx.
All right, rolling a d20. I got a 9. The dice gods are not
I
pleased
got a
with me, dude.
7.
Oh, what now?
A 7. I got a 7.
And LaFall, what did you get?
Total of 13.
Oh, nice.
Jinx and Cora, I have no idea.
No, sorry, Love. I'm out of blank here.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry.
LaFall has a hazy memory of Lucid mentioning something about uh, some guy the in the Heston's Thief Guild. They're not really sure. Lucid never said exactly who this guy was. He just said it was some guy he talked to in the Thieves Guild.
Thieves Guild, I mean, I'm not really a thief. I'm more of a performer in training.
Hmm.
So, about this time, the waitress comes back with 3 plates of food. Um, she sets a large platter in front of LaFall. And then the fish, she sets the fish in front of Corai and the squid in front of Jinx. But both of them are sort of a dark grayish, almost bordering on black.
I don't think squid's supposed to look like this. Well, eat it.
You, she's like, you said you wanted the cheapest thing we got.
I did. I did. Well, bottoms up. I,
Snap it
I,
away.
I take a tentacle and I take a big bite of it.
Nope. Slap it away.
Oh, you
Nope.
slapping away?
I'm slapping it away.
Oh no! What? Dinner.
You're not eating that.
Well, I mean, I could also
No.
need some bugs, but yeah.
No.
Uh,
Order. It's paid for. Order something decent from the damn menu.
Well, I don't have the money for it, love. I want
It's
some rid
already
of.
paid for.
a split second before LaFall slaps the tentacle away, it wraps itself around Jinx's neck and starts to pull.
Oh,
Oh my
bloody!
god.
Get in! Stop! Stop it!
I'll wave,
Everybody,
I'll wave at
everybody
the
got a
waitress and
fork.
go, check, please.
Everybody got a fork or a knife? Maybe use my teeth.
Don't you have a belt dagger? You're a barbarian after all.
I forgot about that. Okay, I take out my dagger and I try to stab it. Rolling for attack.
My God, I can't.
I got.
It,
Let me double check here. We're taking my strength. My strength is +5 +11. That is a 16. There's a 16 hit.
you, you are actually able to stab it, and it sort of slithers down your armor to the floor.
Well, that was the most weapon meal I ever had.
Nell comes over and says, "You ordered the cheapest thing on the menu. I didn't say it was dead."
What? That just makes it more fun now.
Jeez.
Now that I know how to fight the darn thing.
Eh.
I keep my dagger handy. I'm ready to just use stabbing into it.
She says it happens in here all the time. And walks away.
Of course it does.
I think they do this so that the cheapskates get killed. Look, I'm not one of them.
So how are the other two of you doing with breakfast?
I'm doing
kind
just
of-
fine with my steak, eggs, and potatoes.
I'm looking suspiciously at my fish.
You want me to stab it for you?
No,
Okay, just
it looks dead.
well, I thought this was dead. But it's not dead, which makes it more fun.
Barbarians. You know, mushrooms don't fight back.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't guarantee that.
Okay. I don't have a rephrase for that at the moment. I wasn't expecting you to come retort with. I can't. I'm just gonna poke at the fish, and assuming it's dead, I'll start eating the fish.
I'm about ready to roll initiative with this breakfast.
You poke the fish, it doesn't move.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully it's edible. Kind of hard to screw fish up.
You're a drow. You've eaten a lot worse things than this.
No, not to my stomach.
You cut into it and it seems fine.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep that that dispel curse around here, just in case.
What, you think my meal's cursed? I think it's just alive.
And LaFowl is happily eating his steak, looking at the two of you going, "You could have just ordered something better from the menu."
What's
Yeah.
better on the menu? I mean, I got dinner and I got entertainment.
And you almost died while doing it.
We got entertainment. You got choked.
Exactly.
I still grab onto tentacles. I tried to take a bite again.
The rest of the squid is still on the plate. It's just missing a tentacle at this point.
All right, so I think we know who's the boss here. I tap it with the knife.
I don't have any words for that.
And while the three of you are seeing if you survive breakfast, we'll head back up to Kenna's room and see if she's made any progress for the morning. Are you still laying in bed with the pillow? You're,
Yeah.
geez.
So I wonder what it was with our entertainment last night that had the exterior attraction. Did you two happen to notice the exterior attraction?
No.
As an aside, since I so like, where was I last week or the last time? Where would I have been? Since something decided to crawl into a local transformer and I lost power. Couldn't be. So where did you say I was last time?
Well, weren't you in the bedroom just sleeping on the boat or something? I
So
can't.
I didn't see. I was, but the point is, I wasn't part of anything that happened last time.
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, he wasn't. His power went out. He
Hmm.
wasn't.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
wasn't there. So
I
So
started it, but I didn't finish it.
there was a
yeah.
look a there was a something that looked almost like our entertainment from last night, wherever she is. I
Oh
guess
no,
she's
no,
still
no!
sleeping.
I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I actually watched the stream. But you guys didn't mention, like, nobody mentioned like where my character would have been, where Korai would have been last week.
Oh, right.
That's what I
Well,
was
you got
referring.
off the boat,
Because you're
so we
asking
had
me
to
about
put you
something she didn't witness.
right. So you got off. We got you. You came off the boat. You were in the tavern when power lost, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we put you up in the room. That's where
Okay.
you were.
Because your character had serious seasickness issues on the boat getting there. So
That's believable.
it would have been logical that you just went up and into your room and passed out because you threw up multiple times and you
So,
Thanks for that.
James, did you see the lookalike of the entertainment last night?
Yeah, I thought I saw him. Could be wrong. I know I saw something.
so so you're claiming you saw two of the bard that was playing last night in the
Well, it was a
tavern?
lookalike. No, one was outside and the bard was inside.
Ah,
It was a lookalike.
okay, okay.
She was looking for the bard. That I do recall her
Yeah,
saying that.
yeah, that's true. Because you did pass her in the doorway as she was looking for Kenna.
Yep.
I remember that.
So maybe someone ought to go check on see if she's awake or alive.
Yeah, sure. I'll go do that.
And
Okay.
as Jinx goes, I'm going to tell the waitress, what's her name?
Now,
Now, please bring them some eggs and fruit.
Oh, you don't want me fighting my breakfast? or listen to my breakfast, I should say.
It wouldn't be good if your breakfast won, okay?
Yes, that would be humorous.
If your breakfast kicked your ass, it'd be a bad thing.
I don't know. It might be one of the greatest stories in D&D history. I got killed by breakfast.
Yeah.
How many people can say that?
Now, you could have been poisoned by breakfast,
That's
but,
true.
but breakfast literally,
Strangled me.
strangling you to death is a whole other thing. No. I think you might be the only one if that happened. So, um, Jinx gets up and leaves the table. You will follow you actually call Nell order over and tell
Yeah.
her to bring Jinx some actual real food.
Yep. Some eggs, some fruit, some potatoes.
She's like, okay, I can do this. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Oh, how's the bartender? Any word?
Oh, the bartender's fine.
Okay.
Um, he's actually the one cooking in the back because we're so busy.
That was a quick recovery.
Mm. It's a rough bar. It happens more often than you might think.
So the bartender passes out from unknown symptoms all the time?
Well,
And it
you,
wasn't drinking.
you've seen the fish and the squid.
Good
um,
point.
so he is sort of confused about what exactly happened, though. Uh, I wouldn't say he's 100%, but he's functional.
Okay.
So, um, and with that, she wanders off and she goes, I'll be right back with that. By this time, most of the people have filed out of the tavern because they've gone to had their breakfast and gone to their jobs, except for the orc sitting at the table next to yours who was yelling at Nell earlier. He seems highly amused by what's going on at your table.
He's not the only one.
um, and so while we're waiting for Nell to return, Jinx goes up and knocks on Kenna's door. Um, with the pillow over your head, do you even hear him knocking? Is the question.
Depends on how hard he knocked.
All right, one to D20. I got a 10 plus a 5. That's a 15.
He's knocking pretty hard.
Yeah, it's like, here, I'm gonna get out of bed and go to the door, but I'm not going to open it just yet. So I'll sort of call through the door. Who is it?
It's me, love. Time to get up.
Uh, Is it really?
Yeah, I'm sure to say it, love. It's been a really bit of a morning, I know.
Uh, all right.
They got
I
breakfast
guess.
downstairs.
Oh, breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I'll open the door and I'll look at him. Guess I'll
Uh,
come down.
well, all right.
Just the mention of food give me a constitution check.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Constitution, huh? Oh, okay. 22.
Oh, that's good. Whew, I don't get thrown up on.
Surprisingly, the thought of food doesn't make you vomit on the floor.
At least I'm on until I get to breakfast.
So,
Still not so appealing, but
right. So, a little bit after Jinx heads back downstairs,
Where'd my squid go?
oh, that entire plate's gone.
Oh, wow. Somebody must have really wanted me squid.
Yeah, someone else wanted it more than you.
Well, I hope they can fight it better than I did.
In fact, the orc at the adjoining table next to you stopped Nell and grabbed it off the plate as she walked by and ate it in one bite. And, like, was not a problem.
Oh, I got my own heart.
You know,
This is why I love orcs.
he's like, why waste food?
Exactly.
And now, sitting where your squid used to be, are a couple of eggs over easy and the selection of fruit.
Well, I'll definitely take some of the fruit. Well, what's this young white thing here? I pick up one of the eggs and kind of wiggle it about it.
Well, it's not trying to kill you, so it's got to be better.
I don't know. I did kind of like your threat of death while I'm eating.
uh, what? Jinx has no idea what an egg actually is.
she she mostly eats bugs and fruit.
Well, yeah, that's true. He is a bat, I guess. So,
Right, let's see here. Poke it with my knife.
Okay, you see the same yellow and white things on my plate, and I'm
Yeah, I see
cutting it
that.
and eating it.
Oh, okay. So you take your dagger and just stab it and then cut, right? Look, I've never had it. It's hit these. What'd you call them again?
It's
they're
eggs.
Well, eggs. Right. Eggs.
um, you cut them up and they don't move. They just cut into pieces.
Hmm, where's the fun in that?
Mm.
I take a fork and I just eat them.
Yeah.
It tastes all right.
In fact, um, this is probably the first egg you've ever had in your life,
I think it is. I hope my stomach can handle it.
especially since the bartender cooked it.
Yes.
So,
Bless his heart. He tries so hard.
in fact, um, while you are finishing your eggs and such, the you see the bartender sort of, he's not staggering, but he's moving considerably slower than normal.
Should someone go over and check on the lad? I mean, on the guy. He seems to
And
be
you see him sort of prop himself up on the bar as he's standing there.
okay. I'll, I'll, I'll be right back. Look, guys, I'm going to check up on the lad. I mean, on him. I don't think he's well. You feel okay, buddy?
So you go over to the bar, climb up on one of the bar stools.
I might have to roll for that as well. See if I don't fall off when I try to climb up it.
In fact, yeah, give me a dex check to see if you can
Yes.
climb up on the bar stool.
That's a 9, I believe, or it's a 6. It's one of those two. All right, going dex. Go to my sheet. My dexterity is no, just a 9.
You let me check this real quick here.
All right.
Um, it takes you actually 8 tries to get to get, to get up on the bar stool.
Oh, forget. Forget. What was this made for, Goliath? Okay, well, I'll go it this time. Go it this time. Yeah. All right,
And
here I am.
the
Finally.
the first 2 times you hit the floor and actually take 2 points of damage,
Oh, I crushed my tail on one of them. Oh,
but
my tail will rub.
after after a considerable amount of work, you actually make it up onto the bar stool.
Was there a temple or something? Oh, yeah. Right. How you feeling, buddy? You look a little. Well, you're looking more winded than I am.
He's like, after what I just saw, I don't know about that, but but I'm doing okay and not great.
Did you go to a doctor? You really need to go to a doctor. I
The
mean,
doctor in this village does more damage than.
mm, what
Uh,
about cleric? Did you see a cleric or something like that?
well, yeah, I haven't made it over to them
Pal, you don't look well. You kind of need to get medical attention. So how about this? I'll go with you. We'll go down to the cleric and we'll get you all healed up, all right?
That's nice of you, but there's something else I would rather have you do.
Oh, what's that, sir?
Find out who did whatever this was.
Well, we'll find that out as soon as we get you healed and back on your feet. You don't look well and you really need the attention.
Because this is the rough bar, but I don't generally randomly get poisoned out of nowhere.
Uh, I mean, I've been to rough bars before, and well, I can tell. I can tell. I mean, poisoning doesn't happen all the time, but you definitely go to a medic, man. Come on, come on. We'll get you all fixed up, and then we'll go look for the guy who did it. So whoever the bloody hell did it,
Okay.
I'm going to take the bartender to the cleric to get healed.
He motions over to Nell to come over. and he tells her that you know they that he's going to the town cleric hospital and that he needs her to take over. And she's like, I don't know why you didn't do that last night, but
Well, I did take him there last night.
Oh, right, you did take him last night.
well, whatever they did, it wasn't it wasn't completely successful
Oh, all right,
because he's still looking pretty rough
all
this
right,
morning.
all right. Let's get you taken care of, lad. Lad, let's go. Come on, let's go.
So, without even talking to the three of you, he just walks out with the bartender. And,
I'll be back.
uh,
I
Um,
gesture like I'm be back.
okay.
Like I'm taking care of one of me mates over at who drank a little too much.
So let me get this right. The person that fought with his breakfast twice and then fought with a bar stool is running off by himself.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
And the bar stool,
One.
after you know, after a protracted fight, the bar stool did some damage. Uh, yeah.
Maybe I should get my tail healed from you know, to kind of bang it up a bit when I fell.
Yeah, Jinx is damaged. Maybe at the cleric hospital he can get that fixed now.
Now going there has me a little worried that I'm going to come back a little more damaged than I was before.
So,
But but he just leaves the rest of you sitting there.
Should we maybe follow him? If for no other reason than because it's easier to put large chunks of a bard back together than little pieces.
well, considering we need information, and the bartender's probably the best one to pass it around to us, I guess we should.
So the three of you follow him. Um, it's not far from the end of the cleric hospital because this is a small village and nothing very far away. Uh, so
Just hey, I just got to. We're in the middle of nowhere. You know how these humans go. I wouldn't trust their clerics really far. I'm just warning you now. If we go in there and you see some divining rods and a bunch of people throwing salt over their shoulders, don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll just do my favorite magic trick. I take my thumb. I make it look my. I do the classic thumb disappearing trick. That remembers that always works.
I just had this wonderful mental image of a barbarian bard doing the stupid thumb trick trying to distract a monster.
Where'd it go?
So, Kenna,
Yes.
last night you had someone looking exactly like you, but with purple hair looking for you. Do you know who that person is?
Uh, did she have purple skin as well?
Well, considering it was nighttime, it was kind of hard to tell, but I would say yes.
Oh, bloody hell, I forgot. Oh, Alondra, I was supposed to meet her. She's going to be so cross with me. Well, I don't know how to put this delicately, but, she's my little plaything, and I promised her I'd meet her after my gig. Well, I invited her to my gig, but she's not much for, crowded inns and all. But I promised her I'd meet her after my gig and we'd go to my house, and I, decided to have a pint of ale first, and then I, sat down with you lot. I do that sometimes after my gigs. I find a table of fun looking people and buy rounds, and I guess I drank too much and passed out. She's going to be very angry with me.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't something suspiciously that we had to be aware of.
No, no, but
Personal affairs is your own business.
I guess I'm going to have to deal with her at some point. But no, that's what it was.
And as you guys are tracking over to the Cleric Hospital, Kendra realizes that she wasn't even downstairs long enough to get breakfast. So, and now she's out in the bright sunlight of mid morning, and
Yes, well, I'm thinking since we're heading towards the cleric temple, I might ask them for a little help myself.
let's face it, everybody has a reason to go to the cleric this morning, except the cleric and the dragon. So, you guys, after a few more minutes, you get there, and it's a small wooden building. It's no different than most of the buildings in this village. You guys walk inside, and there's an elderly looking female dwarf doing something with a sharp object near a lizard folk of some type.
Oh, great. Next, the leeches are going to come out.
Well, have fun, sir. I'm going to be I'll meet you outside.
And she looks up and sees you and goes, "Oh, I'll just be a minute." Um,
No, you won't. I'm going out. Think of it as a distraction.
Oh, come on. You don't think they actually do anything here, do you?
I thought they were going to do like I don't know, actually shooting magic-y stuff, like well, no, like piecing like other clans now do.
Don't know what they're doing.
No idea.
Yeah, that should scare you because I don't know what they're doing either.
That definitely scares me.
And a couple seconds later, you see a rather black inky co- covered scale fall to the floor, and the lizard folk smiles, hands the woman what looks like a silver piece, and walks away. Uh, And then she turns her focus to the group of odd looking creatures that just walked in her door, which would be you.
Oh, bloody hell.
Goes, how can I help you? In fact, the more important question is who's first?
This guy, I point to the
Yeah,
bartender.
we all look at the bartender like him.
The bartender looking at you guys sort of sideways, rather oddly, walks up to the dwarf woman, gives her a hug, and says, how are you today, Belinda?" She says, "Just another day in paradise."
Oh, no, paradise. Well, I never picture paradise to look like this place.
She says, "What brings you here?" He's like, and the bartender says, "Somebody tried to poison me last night." She goes, "Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't your cooking again?"
What I was thinking.
He's like, no, I didn't eat any of my cooking last night.
I know better than that.
I just cook. It doesn't mean I eat what I cook. So, and he tells her that he was here last night. And she goes, "Oh, my night shift help would have probably had records on it then. Let me look." And she goes over to what looks like a wooden chest and starts going through pieces of parchment. And after a minute, she pulls one out and says, "Oh, yeah, they had to bring you back to consciousness last night, apparently.
Oh, bloody hell.
Um, but why didn't they take care of it last night? Why are you back now?" And he's like, "I'm still not doing very well." And she goes, "Okay, give me a second. Sit down on that stool right there." So he sits down, and she goes in the back, comes back a couple seconds later, with a small vial with bluish green liquid in it. Says, take this. And without hesitation, he just chucks the whole thing. And after a couple minutes, he looks considerably better. She says, whatever you got slammed with last night, apparently it was strong enough that it's going to take a few treatments to get you back to health again. Uh, I
I roll.
so somebody once you hurt that badly, I'd be careful for a while.
So why would someone want to hurt the bartender that bad?
Well, I mean, you have had his cook. Just saying, it's not the best cooking in the world.
Well, you yourself said if there's anybody that has information, it's probably the bartender.
Well, yeah, that's true in any town, any village, anywhere. The bartender's the one that's got all the information.
Well,
So maybe he's got something on someone.
And that's what I'm asking him. What has he got that someone wants him that dead?
he's like, I know every single human and non-human in this village. They've all talked to me at some point. I have no idea, and that's not even counting the tourists that come in here in and out every day. I've never had somebody try to seriously try to kill me before. This is a bit extreme, in my opinion. Um, fact, I was talking to your little bat friend over here before we walked over that I would be um, quite appreciative if the group of you, if you are a group, I'm assuming you're a group, uh, would nose around and, in fact, see who did this, if you can find him, or her, or they, or it for them. Uh, and I could pay you in a couple of ways. I could give you actual coin, or I could let you have your rooms for the duration of however long it took you to find out anything. Whichever you think would be more useful to you.
We'll deal with that when we come across that point.
Belinda looks up and at the bartender and says, well, you're gonna have to come here every day for the next few days and take more of the potion I just gave you. this isn't gonna be a one and done sort of thing, apparently. And he nods and reaches in his pocket and gives her a gold piece, which she puts in her purse. And turns to the rest of you and goes, "Okay, who's next?"
Point to the tail.
Don't look at me. I can take care of myself.
Point to the tail.
Go on, Jinx.
Oh boy.
One of us.
I think I'm fine. My tail. What tail? I don't have a tail.
One of us lost a fight with a bar stool and needs some help.
Do
Did
you
you?
do you do you say that loud enough for Belinda to hear it?
Well, you know, who hasn't lost this fight with a bar stool? It's a badge of honor where I come from.
No, I'm just picking on Batty. I'm not trying to embarrass him.
Okay.
No, I'm fine with
It's
it.
said between us.
Because what rolled through my head is he's had a really bad day. He was almost strangled by his breakfast.
Bad
And
day. This day's been amazing. I got in a fight. I got in another fight. I lost both. But apparently I has to take his licks, you know?
at this point, you should stay away from day old squid and bar stools, apparently. But
But yeah, I'm pointing at his tail.
uh,
I mean, it's just a little crooked. No, nothing wrong with it at all.
uh,
Okay, you either let her deal with it or I'm going to deal with it.
Well, I mean,
ow.
It's crooked right now. I'll straighten it out, but it's not going to be pleasant.
all right, all right, all right, all right.
Well,
Okay.
but Belinda says probably not going to be pleasant either way. But yeah.
Well, I got about the strap. I can bite down on that.
Oh, just a second. She goes back in her room, comes out back in the back room, comes out with a tiny little vial of white cloudy liquid.
Uh,
And
I,
hands it
I tapped the vial. What's this stuff?
hands it to Jinx. You drink that, you won't feel anything.
I don't like to feel things.
You're not gonna like me pulling on your tail to reset it.
Well, all right, I'll drink it. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, and one thing to the rest of you, I wouldn't stand too close if I were you.
Why doesn't it want to sound too close?
Uh, because about 5 seconds after you empty the vial,
Uh-huh.
you you're not in the cleric hospital anymore, or at least what you're looking at isn't the cleric hospital anymore.
Oh, all down the far. Wow.
It's basically, yeah, you're like, you're like,
Whoa. So is this what Autobots do to get inspiration?
mm.
I don't like it, but I can understand why they do it.
You do feel a slight pinch, but other than that, you're not even there.
I have. They call them fingers, but they don't think.
and
Oh,
and what
oh,
the and what the rest of you see is that he's basically flat on his face on the floor.
my wings are made of rainbows.
and and you saw Belinda like seriously yank on his tail and then bandage it with rags and twine and such.
Yeah, how long is that stuff going to last? Are we going to have to carry the bat around all day?
Mm,
I,
that's why I only gave him a little bit. He's kind of small. Um, I'd say you set him over on the bench for 15-20 minutes. He should come back to reality.
Okay.
what is reality, man?
Oh, great. He starts singing. I'm going to lose it.
I think that goes for all of us.
Who knows? Might be the best bardic performance he's ever done. Who knows?
It'd be the only bardic performance he's done.
Oh yeah, that's true. Cause
Oh my goodness.
his his first and only concert got canceled. So who knows? Fact, have any of you ever heard him sing or play his instrument before?
I
I
start,
have not.
I start kind of pretending to play air guitar, making guitar sounds.
Okay, well, I'm going to the bartender real quick. So I got involved in a job on an island that was supposedly hired out by someone from here. Do you happen to know who that person put out that kind of a contract?
Well, let me. When was this roughly?
Well, let's see. One, two, three, four. I want to say probably at least two hands.
Hmm. I'm not definite, but you know the orc that was sitting at the table next to you that ate your bat friend squid?
Uh huh.
He has a tendency to hire groups out for various things. I have no idea who he works for.
Okay.
You might check with him though.
All right. Thank you very much.
And he does tend to hang around the tavern most of the day. And I should charge him rent for the table. But uh,
Well, as long as he buys the food, gets drinks, that's the rent.
you know. And I was serious about having you guys look into whoever tried to.
So, last night, what was it that you think put you down? Was it something you ate or was it something that you drank?
Uh, I didn't eat anything. Um, so it had to be something I drank.
Okay. Did you drink anything alcoholic or? Now I know you. It sounds crazy, but we got to narrow down the particular.
I don't drink while I'm working, alcoholic wise, because an alcoholic bartender isn't really useful. Uh, you know,
I've run
if,
across them.
if I'm face down on the bar, I can't really serve drinks now, can I?
Nope, but
Not
I've
so
run
well.
across them. So I just
Um,
have to be sure. So what was it that you drank then last night? Water, black tea.
uh, had quite a bit of black tea last night.
Okay.
Was having issues trying to stay awake, and then on my own, and then all of a sudden, blam. So,
So someone who knows you that knows that you drink black tea while you work.
right.
All right. That makes the list of suspects narrower.
Yeah.
We ought to talk to the waitress that was working last night, if possible. Lucretia, I believe her name was.
Yeah. The, the goth girl, yeah.
She had very pretty hair.
Well, and the bartender says that is one thing I will agree with you on. Lucretia's very pretty.
It looked
Um,
like it was made of cinnamon.
don't, don't know if I necessarily trust her all that much.
Well, that's more reason you should talk to her then.
Um, uh, Jinx,
Yeah.
give me a dex check
Okay.
with disadvantage,
Yes.
because you don't even know where you are at this.
All right. With disadvantage,
Yeah.
straight four.
Oh,
You plop over on the bench. It's like you were sitting there, but all of a sudden you just go plop.
Face desk right there.
You don't even notice it. You're not even here, but the
Maybe you got bit by a giant spider.
the p
It
you're
could be huge, like dripping fangs. Maybe that's why you got sick, buddy. It was a spider.
uh LaFall, give me a perception check.
15.
You notice Jenks plop over sideways on the bench. He's basically teetering on the edge of the bench. Are you
Push him
going to?
back. Push him back onto the bench a little bit more so he doesn't fall off and break something else.
Oh, thank you, Joy. Talking cucumber. I'll give you a farthing when I get the money.
Uh, so Belinda's like, anybody need anything else while I'm at it?
yeah.
Oh, my
Happen
claws
to
need
have
a.
any? Happen to have anything for hangovers? I may have had a pint too many last night.
Well, I have a couple of options. I have a potion that would basically eliminate your hangover. Or I have the stuff your friend took over here.
No, I think one of us is enough.
Either one will work. It would take a little more for somebody your size. Uh,
No, I'll just take the potion to get rid of it, thanks.
okay. Yeah. Just a second. She heads back. But she heads back behind the office door and comes back out with this vial of. It's actually black, and you can see that it's moving for some reason.
I'm supposed to drink that then.
Unless you want to keep your hangover, yeah.
No, rather not.
So, so do you drink it?
Yeah, I'll smell it first.
It smells horrible. It's like, yeah, it's like road tar in a vial. It's like,
Oh,
yeah. It's,
okay, I'll toss it off.
Holy cow.
so, so
Well,
you
she drinks and my eyes are just going wide because like you just drank the cosmos.
give me a constitution check after that.
Me or Jinx?
You.
19. I found the good dice.
For once, you drank it, and even though it tastes horrible and looked horrible, your hangover instantly disappeared.
Well, that's a relief.
Um,
We'll give her a gold.
she says, "Thank you very much, and if you ever need another one, you know where I am." Um,
Well, chances are I might at some point.
and what would this be? Jinx,
Yes.
give me a medicine check
All right, rolling medicine.
as you actually start to come out from under this thing.
Oh, bloody. Am I going to have a little bit of a hangover?
Well, tell me what the dice said.
All right, rolling the dice. Oh, wrong dice. D20. Here we go. All right, here we go. Roll my D20. Come on, D20. 2.
You come out of this, but you hit reality hard. It's like
Oh,
suddenly you're back in the cleric hospital. Not only is your tail throbbing, but
oh, bloody hell.
your head is not clear in a very bad way.
Oh, bloody. Love, next time we do this, just let me play down on a piece of leather instead of whatever I just took. Whoa.
Belinda's like, oh damn, I
Oh,
gave him a little too much apparently.
oh, oh.
Hard to judge those little guys like that.
Are the lights
Uh,
supposed to be this bright?
it'll wear off in a couple of days. You'll be fine.
Oh, well, a couple of oh, oh, okay. Well, I guess.
Mm,
When you get the doctor, help me. Gee.
and the and if there's nobody else that needs Belinda's assistance, you guys, uh, including the bartender, all head out the door and head back to the inn. Because the bartender's got to get back to work, and you're hoping that you can talk to the orc
Yep.
that was sitting at the table next to you. And this point seems like a good time to take a break if anybody needs bathroom break or anything like that. So we'll take a 20-minute break and be back here at 10 after or so.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll see everybody back in a bit.
Be right back. I'm back.
I'm back as well.
No, Jinx. You do not want Sour Patch Kid. No.
Guess that helps. Or else I'm just talking to myself. Oh, there is a question I wanted to ask you. Um, all the background stuff I know about Kenna,
Mm, yeah.
would you be okay with some of that showing up?
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on how bad it's gonna hurt. That's all I can say.
I had a couple of ideas, but
Okay, it's gonna hurt bad. Gotcha.
uh, is
No, I'd be cool with that.
is mainly gonna show up between you and Alondra, but because the rest of the group had no ideas about any of this. But I wanted, before I did it, I wanted to make sure that you knew it was a possibility. Um, So, how do you like our wonderful dry desert weather we're having?
You mean the tornado warnings and shit? Yeah.
Wait,
Two of them in a week or two. That's
Yeah.
especially for somewhere that doesn't normally have such things.
so wait, you're getting all the Iowa weather in Texas, and we're getting all the Texas weather?
We're
Well,
in New Mexico, close.
Yeah.
yeah, New Mexico doesn't have tornadoes.
No,
So,
that's usually a Midwest thing and Texas thing. I don't know why you guys are getting our storms. We want our weather back. We're
Oh, you
getting
can have it.
we're getting dry, warm heat, and we haven't had rain in like 3 months.
what? It's rained on and off for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, and we got like some nasty hail the other day. Was that yesterday or the day before?
Uh,
I want that.
the day before, about 1 in the morning
Yeah.
or so, yeah.
I want the rain. I want the storms. We're dry as a bone out here.
Uh, like she said, you can have it back.
Yeah. I'm just glad it hasn't been cold. As long as it's hot, I'm fine.
I'm just glad it hasn't progressed past tornado watch.
Right.
Because
Yeah, tornado watch is one thing. If we get a tornado warning, that's another.
No, that's take shelter in the nearest.
Yeah. And we're in mobile homes, so we really don't want to be here if there's a tornado.
Mm,
no, these things don't do well in tornadoes.
No.
best place to go, basement of the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
because they've got backup generators in case the power goes out.
Mm.
Plus, for those of us who play vampire, if you go into the hospital down on Country Club, basement's where the lab is. The blood lab's down there.
Okay.
So if tornado's going and you need a snack, there you go.
Right.
But so it's getting close to 10 after. Everybody should be back here pretty quick.
Yep, I'm here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm here.
Question is, do you
Are we
really
here?
want do you really want to be here?
Yes.
Then I'm not doing my job, damn it.
What? I
Uh,
thought the GM's job was to have as much fun with the players as possible.
well, I was gonna ask you guys. We're halfway through tonight. How's it going?
Hey,
You
we
having
got
you having fun?
Oh yeah.
we got to
Yeah.
watch our friend almost get killed by his breakfast. What's not fun about that?
Makes you makes you think twice about eating, doesn't it?
Oh no, it just means I'll have to order the same thing again later. Let's go be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, what good is food if it doesn't fight back?
Means you should me- means you should always eat the Viking way with your dagger out.
You go do a little stabby stab before you go munch munch. That's all.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Did you say halfway?
No, no.
Yeah. Well, we've been playing for just under 2 hours.
As I say, it's
So,
not far from midnight my time.
yeah. So may we won't go quite another hour and a half probably. But I tried to put the break at an hour and a half.
It's a little bit my fault. I was a bit late to the game, and I apologize.
Uh, just as long as you show up. I want to have all my players do horrible things too, and
Oh,
that way you don't have to catch up on what happened later.
right. Oh, and on the weekend of what day is it? The weekend of July 7th, I will not be online.
Okay.
I will be away that week.
Uh, have to check and see whether that's fallen dragons or vampire anyway.
Right. Just give you a heads up.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
So if everybody's back, we'll jump back in the game. Hello and welcome back to Fallen Dragons episode 38. Before the break, our group had a very eventful visit with Belinda the dwarf cleric, and now you're all headed back to the leaky lifeboat inn and tavern. Because, like I said, the bartender's got to go back to work. And so you guys walk in. It's in between breakfast and lunch, so it's actually calmed down quite a bit. Fact, there's nobody in the place except Nell and the orc that was sitting at the table next to you. Now, however, he's sitting at the bar chatting at Nell, who's standing behind the bar. Nell sees the bartender walk in the door looking considerably better than he was when he left. And she's like, "Oh, good. You look a lot better." And the bartender says, "I feel about 90%. And now looks at the rest of you.
Yeah. Well, I give a kind of. I try to wave, but my mind is just still just coming to, you know. So I'm a little groggy and a little bit.
Nell cannot suppress a slight chuckle looking at the way Jinx's tail is wrapped and all that stuff. And
At least it's still there. At least it's. Well, I mean, all else fails, they could have taken a dagger and just went whoop with it.
she says, "Well, that's true. You are mostly in one piece.
Oh, mentally, I don't feel that way. Oh,
I think you are the only person I've ever seen get strangled by breakfast, but you know,
well, I'm
uh,
probably the first person I ever saw get beaten by a chair.
well, yeah, that did more. That did more damage than your breakfast, actually.
Uh, Look, I've fought breakfasts before. I mean, oh, you should see the bugs that they had back home. They were big as dinner plates. Just, my gosh, you take a bite in one and it tastes just like a steak. From what I've been told, because I have
Really,
no idea what steak tastes like.
I'll have to take your word for that. Bugs are one thing I don't care for.
Oh, they're high in protein and they're very delicious.
Yeah, but if they're as big as a dinner plate, they're almost the size of me. So
Yeah,
I'm not.
that
I'm
is
not
true.
really into that.
Yeah, that is very true.
She looks over at Kendra and goes, "Oh, by the way, while you
Yeah.
were gone, somebody came looking for you."
Oh, bloody hell. Was it a tiefling?
Yeah, she says that you should meet her tonight at her place. And she hands you a small slip of parchment.
Guess I'm gonna have to face that music after all then.
And it has her name and her address on it. And says, uh, "I'll be back home by about 7."
Right. Uh, said, guess I might as well.
Uh, You don't seem to have a gig tonight, so you're
No,
not
that's Fridays.
you're not busy. The orc looks over at the group of you and shakes his head and turns back to Nell and and, and the tankard of dwarven ale that he's sipping on.
So, question there.
He turn he turns to the dragon and goes, "Yes."
Did you hire a group to go out to solve a issue with an island?
He he takes a second. It looks like he's actually thinking about it. Says, "Actually, I think I did, but that was a while back, and I, I haven't seen the guy that I talked to in
Well, he's
quite
passed out on the ship.
quite some time."
He's literally passed out on the ship for about last so 2, 3, 4 hands now.
Whoa,
Yeah,
you, you sure he's still alive?
he's still alive. I think what he
Okay,
does is he wakes up, grabs a drink, and then goes passed out again.
brilliant. Hopefully, he's not the captain of your ship.
Don't know.
In fact, he is, or or he was at one point when you
So, what were the terms?
um he was supposed to build a crew, go to the island, figure out why it was sinking, and come back and let me know. Cause I, cause if it was fixable, I was planning to send a group of mages out to fix the island. Um,
Okay. Well,
why?
what was the payment?
Um, it was 100 gold apiece for everybody in the crew.
Okay. And how much are you willing to pay your mages to resolve to fix that issue?
That was gonna cost me close to 1,000 gold.
Per mage or what?
No,
Total?
collectively.
Okay. So then collectively you owe us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,500 gold.
And what makes you think that?
Because not only did we go there to investigate and find the issue, we got it resolved. So you don't have to bother getting your mages.
Uh, since I never saw any of the other crew that he was going to come up with, I'm going to need proof that you are the crew that he actually took to the island. Because I don't know who any of you are.
Well, he didn't take me to the island, but they acquired me in
Well,
the process at the island. Same with this drow with me and this bard.
How's it going?
well, same difference. I don't know who any of you are.
Oh, well, let me introduce you to the group.
Well,
That there is Korai. That's Kenna. I know you know
Nice.
Kenna. And that's Laval. Who's
well,
going with a major headache.
well.
Going to pass out on the floor here.
It's it's nice to meet all of you, but that's not what I meant.
Oh, all right.
I meant that I need some proof to tell me that you are actually connected with the person that I commissioned to go to the island because you could be anybody as far as I know.
Well, pretty much am anybody. You know what? If you like it, we could go to the docks and go get papers. I'm sure there's papers. Well, I know one of us was named Noah, and Noah's probably resting somewhere. She was with the captain. Oh, I believe he was the captain. He is the captain, right?
Given the pile of papers that was in Lucid's room, there's a good chance that there's some sort of paperwork about this.
Oh, oh. You know what? We'll go to the captain. We're going to get his papers, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Why don't you
Okay.
lot go? You lot go do that. I haven't eaten today. I'm going to stay here and have lunch.
Yeah, you didn't even, you weren't in the tavern long enough to even have breakfast this morning.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that, love. You.
And I wasn't at the island anyway. And I kind
Uh,
of I kind of nod to the elk and go, you know
So,
me. I'm the entertainment here.
yeah, that's true.
That's why she's not part of the count.
Right.
Right. Mm.
don't worry, love. I'll give you a little bit of me share.
I only take payment for work I actually do.
You,
All right.
you already owe people money. Don't be
Oh, that's
giving it
true.
away.
That's true. That's true.
So he's like, that's fine with me. If you can find the paper, just bring them back and let me look at them, and we're good to go.
All right.
So everybody but Kenna heads out the door and heads down to the dock to go to the ship. Um, when you board the ship, the crew stops you and goes, you guys need to get supplies. We're out of almost everything.
Uh,
Um,
where's all the rum gone?
what do you think we do while you guys are off doing whatever the hell it is you're doing?
I don't even know what bloody hell we're
I
doing.
thought what Nelly gave you all gold to go get supplies. What'd you do with that gold?
I'm going to assume that's where the rum came from.
She told y'all not to get rum drunk.
We're a ship's crew. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Hey, if you don't buy the food that you're responsible for, you know better.
um,
It's not just rum that you survive on.
oh, yeah, well, they got these really big squid here, and they're very feisty. Well, I said we go fishing. Come on, it's just a wee little fish. The squid's about yay big. I, I make a gesture and fold out my wings.
Actually, I guess I could go shopping. Nala's in her stateroom, so it's not like there's nobody conscious on the ship right now.
Right.
Speaking of, where is Lucius' room?
It's the one down on the other end.
Okay, thank you very much.
He hasn't been out of his room in weeks. I'm starting to wonder about him.
I mean, I'm not smelling. I'm going to do a sniff check. See if I smell death. Hey, I got a 2 again.
You can't smell anything,
You're rolls
including
drunk tonight?
yourself.
I need to switch my dice or get them blessed.
All right, well, heading down to his room.
The door's open.
Go in.
It was it's still open from the last time somebody searched his room. That's when you found the papers where turns out Jinx's manager sold his contract to Lucid before he got cut in half, basically. You still don't know what did that.
Don't care. That's a mystery gone.
Maybe. Maybe. You don't know what the reasons for that were.
Nope.
But there are the 12 empty rum bottles still stacked neatly on the floor. Uh, you do, however, see a half open rum bottles sitting next to the bed.
Like I
So,
said, he wakes up, drinks himself,
yeah,
pass out again.
basically, you see ungodly amount of papers scattered all over the floor. In a drunken stupor, apparently he's not very neat as far as his paperwork goes. Most of it are scrolls, though. Spell scrolls that he's always doing. Who wants to give me an investigation check and try to dig through the pile of papers to find the thing you're looking for?
In 18.
It takes a bit, but you know, you have dragon senses, so you fail. You finally see this quarter scrap of paper. You pick it up, and it has on it exactly what the orc mentioned.
Okay.
and it does in fact have Lucid's signature on it.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we got this, let's head back. Um, didn't someone say there was a bunch of gems and coins floating around in the?
The Lucid has a chest sitting next to the bed. You guys investigated that when you found the note about Jinx's manager, and for reasons that none of you quite understand, this chest is full of gold and gems and all manner of treasure, and you guys didn't even know it existed before a couple of 3-4 weeks ago, and you have no idea where Lucid came up with it, because he didn't tell you guys anything about it.
Okay. Well, we just need to make sure this chest stays safe with all these drunken sailors around. So I'm gonna secure the chest.
Okay.
Just don't want this going.
How are you planning to do that?
Put it in my little pouch.
You're gonna pick up the chest, put it in the bag of holding, and carry it around.
Yep.
Okay. Of course, when Lucid wakes up, you'll have to explain where it went, but you have no idea when that might be. So, if that might be. So, the group of you walk out of Lucid's room and start heading toward the gangplank to walk off the boat. And you see the captain a little bit ahead of you, apparently, you know, going to get supplies. And he feels you behind him and turns and says, "Oh, by the way, do you know how long we're going to be here?"
Honestly, don't know.
What now?
Honestly, I don't know how long we'll be here.
Okay.
Because I mean, it is their ship. I'm just part of the travel.
Yeah. And currently, Lucid and Nala aren't available to answer his question. And this thing with the bartender, you don't even know how long that's going to be. So, so the group of you walk back into the bar. What has Kenan been doing the entire time that they've been gone?
Well, first of all, I ordered lunch and I inquired as to when Lucretia's going to come on shift because we wanted to ask her a few questions.
Hmm. Nell says, as far as I know the schedule, she should be she should be on tonight because I go off shift after lunch. So probably about 4.
All right.
Just she gets on just a little bit before dinner rush starts. So and strangely enough, you don't have a problem with the food. But then again, you're the Friday night entertainment. You eat here all the time, so
Right.
you're fine. So the orc sees you, the group walk in and goes, "So, you have any luck?"
Hand him over the paper. Here you go.
He takes the scrap of paper and looks at it. Yep, and sees Lucid's signature at the bottom, and he's like, "Okay, uh, wait here. I'll be back in a few minutes." And you see the orc actually walk around the bar and disappear. He doesn't go behind, he doesn't go into the kitchen area behind the bar. He literally walks around the bar and then you don't see him anymore. After about 10-15 minutes, he reappears behind the bar and sets a small burlap sack on the bar. There you go. It's all there. You can count it if you want to.
Okay.
So do you count it or
Yeah, sure.
okay? Um, give me a perception roll.
14.
You take a second to count to count through it, and it looks all there as far as you're concerned.
Okay.
This this orc seems odd. He seems different than the orcs you've dealt with. He seems to be much more intelligent than most. Um, which is rare for an orc. But he lived up to his word and gave you 1,500 gold. Um, so he's like, "You guys gonna be around for a while? I might have another job for you."
Be around for about another week or so.
Eh,
I mean, we gotta figure out who poisoned our good bartender friend here.
yeah, that is kind of screwy.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
the he's the only bartender in town. Why would anybody want to take him out?
Well, maybe they got a really bad batch of food.
That happens weekly. They yell at him. They don't literally try and kill him.
He's a bartender. Need much more to say about why someone may have want him dead?
I can roll and see if he's willing to say anything. Well, there's this is you know Docktown. They're rough types all over. Uh, the you know, I don't stick my nose in the bartender's business, so I don't really know what he's got going. Uh,
Well, understandable.
I can ask some of the people that I deal with, but
Well, we do have one clue. I don't know how many people in this place know what he drinks, but the one who knows who did it knows what he drinks for sure.
yeah, which tends to make me believe it's probably somebody that either hangs out here a lot or works here, one or the other.
Right. It could be any of the waitresses that work here. Could I'm thinking I don't say so out loud, but I'm thinking it could be our orc friend. He's always in the bar.
No, we're talking. Well, are we talking with our work friend out of character?
Yeah,
But like I said, I don't say it out loud. I'm just thinking that.
Right, right, right.
if the orc can hand you a bag full with 1,500 gold in it and not blink, what would be his motivation for taking out the bartender?
We don't really know what's going on between him and the bartender.
True. Um, it was getting late, so Cora had to go.
Yeah. It's
It's
getting a little late on my end too. I'm about ready to fall asleep.
It's past midnight on the East Coast. So,
Mm,
um, if Jinx is starting to go too, why don't this seems like a good spot to end this till next time when you can really start to dig into your new assignment. Plus,
that's good.
plus Kenna has a date that if she misses this, she'll be in really big trouble. So,
Right.
so um, I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, I had a
Yeah.
blast.
Uh, I have a lot of fun seeing how much absolute chaos I can get you guys into. Um,
I have a blast upsetting your chaos.
well, that's how it works. I plan chaos, you mess it up, I have to come up with different chaos. Uh, uh,
Unfortunately, Kenna, I don't think I can help you on your chaos coming.
no, she's pretty much on her own as far as that goes. Um, so, for those of you who will eventually see this video, um, probably in the next couple of days, um, like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social media. We are Fallen Dragons RPG in some form on all of those. Um, join our Discord. There's one of us always on there, so you can talk to us. And, um, you can even leave messages, uh, comments on the YouTube videos, because I'll answer your comments. And starting probably next week with the vampire game, um, will be our first attempt to actually stream live in close to 2 years. Because when the channel started, we streamed for a while and then technology gave us problems. So, um, but we're going to give it another shot. And I'm currently working on our Patreon and our merch, and hopefully that'll both become available soon. So look forward to all those changes and ask us any questions you might have. And next week will be Vampire the Requiem, and they're in a bigger mess than these guys are. So tune in for that. Uh, do any of the rest of you have anything to say?
No.
Nope. Good night.
Good
See you
night,
next time.
Nicole.
Mm.
Oh, uh, check the description. The link to Robin's books is always there. Go buy all of her books. As it gets closer to Halloween, her stories get stranger as we go. So, which, given her gaming characters, is not a surprise. So, so check those out. And we'll see everybody next week for a live stream of Vampire the Requiem. So have a good week, guys.
Yep, see you next
Bye.
time.
Right. There we go.